Numbers chapter 33. These are the journeys of the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt with their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. And Moses wrote their goings out according to their journeys by the commandment of the Lord. And these are their journeys according to their goings out. And they departed from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day of the first month. On the morrow after Passover, the children of Israel went out with a high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. For the Egyptians buried all their firstborn which the Lord had smitten amongst them. Upon their gods also the Lord executed judgments. And the children of Israel removed from Ramses and pitched in Succoth. And they departed from Succoth and pitched in Etham, which is in the edge of the wilderness. And they removed from Etham and turned again to Pharoth, which is before Baal-zephon, and they pitched before Migdol, and they departed from before Pharoth, and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness, and went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham, and pitched in Marah. And they removed from Marah, and came to Elam, and in Elam were 12 fountains of water, and 70 palm trees, and they pitched there. And they removed from Elam, and encamped by the Red Sea, and they removed from the Red Sea, and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they took their journey out of the wilderness of Sin, and encamped in Dophkah. And they departed from Dophkah, and encamped in Alush. And they removed from Alush, and encamped in Rephidim, where was no water for the people to drink. And they departed from Rephidim, and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. And they removed from the desert of Sinai, and pitched at Kibroth-Heva. And they departed from Kibroth-Heva, and encamped in Hazeroth. And they departed from Hazeroth, and pitched in Rithmah. And they departed from Rithmah, and pitched in Rimmon-Perez. And they departed from Rimmon-Perez, and pitched in Libnah. And they removed from Libnah, and pitched at Rissa. And they journeyed from Rissa, and pitched in Kelatha. And they went from Kelatha, and pitched in Mount Shapher. And they removed from Mount Shapher, and they encamped in Haradah. And they removed from Haradah, and pitched in Makaloth. And they removed from Makaloth, and encamped in Tahath. And they departed from Tahath, and pitched at Terah. And they removed from Terah, and pitched in Mithkah. And they went from Mithkah, and pitched in Hashmanah. And they departed from Hashmanah, and encamped at Mazeroth. And they departed from Mazeroth, and pitched in Benajakin. And they removed from Benajakin, and encamped at Horhaggadah. And they went from Horhaggadah, and pitched in Jotbathah. And they removed from Jotbathah, and encamped in Ebronah. And they departed from Ebronah, and encamped in Ezion-Geber. And they removed from Ezion-Geber, and pitched in the wilderness of Zin, which is Kadesh. And they removed from Kadesh, and pitched in the Mount Hor, in the edge of the land of Edom. And Aaron and the priests went up into the Mount Hor in the commandment of the Lord, and died there in the 40th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the first day of the 5th month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in the Mount Hor. And King Arad the Canaanite, which dwelt in the land south in the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Israel, and they departed from Mount Hor, and pitched in Zalmanah. And they departed from Zalmanah, and pitched in Punon. And they departed from Punon, and pitched in Oboth. And they departed from Oboth, and pitched in Eljarabim, and in the border of Moab. And they departed from Lim, and pitched in Dibonagah. And they removed from Dibonagad, and encamped in Alamabithaim. And they removed from Alamabithaim, and pitched in the mountains of Abarim before Nebo. And they departed from the mountains of Abarim and pitched in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho. And they pitched by Jordan from Bethshemesh even to Abel-Shittim in the plains of Moab. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when you are passed over Jordan and top the land of Canaan, then you shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quite pluck down all their high places, and you shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land, and dwell therein, for I have given you the land to possess it. And you shall divide the land by lot for an inheritance among your families, and the more you shall give, the more inheritance, and to the fewer you shall give the less inheritance. Every man's inheritance shall be in the place where his lot falls, according to the tribes of your fathers you shall inherit. But if you will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass that those which you let remain of them shall be pricks in your eyes and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land wherein you dwell. Moreover, it shall come to pass that I shall do to you as I thought to do to them.